Here's a thought experiment. Suppose that someone gives you command of a PLA battalion in the 1950s, and your job is to take them on the attack. Now, the enemy has more artillery than you do. In fact, who are we kidding? You have no artillery. This is the PLA in the 1950s, comrade. You don't get artillery. The enemy also has more machine guns, better communications. You get bugles. The enemy has radios. They have better logistics. They've also maybe got a few tanks. And if this is Korea, they own the sky too. But, comrade, you have to take your battalion on the attack. So, how are you supposed to do that? Well, lucky for you, the classic PLA spent decades thinking about exactly that. And the answer that they came up with eventually was a lot better than just attack really hard or be brave or swamp them with cannon fodder. There's a misconception about the classic PLA as an army of human wave attacks that thought that assaults were won just on pure enthusiasm. Now, there's a kernel of truth. They did think that a lot of stuff ultimately boils down to enthusiasm and morale, but not when it came to attacking a superior enemy. For that, the actual PLA doctrine was almost the opposite of just throwing more bodies at the problem. On the contrary, their doctrine was painfully methodical. You were supposed to plan obsessively, be very patient and precise, and do everything in its proper little order, do reconnaissance and then preparation, and then movement and coordination and timing, and only then, boom, violence. And each step had to prepare the next. You could not skip steps. You could not rush because you were feeling antsy and impatient and just wanted to do something to relieve your tension. And in fact, for a commander, PLA tactics demanded a lot of what you or I nowadays might call emotional control or negative capability, which is to say, just being able to rein in his anxious energy and his natural urge to do something before all of the various stars were aligned. Because a good PLA commander had to wait until his enemy was vulnerable, and then wait until all his chess pieces were in place, because the penultimate goal, that is the second to last goal of the Golden Age PLA assault, was to manufacture one perfect moment in time.